Et je me souviens qu'à l'occasion de cette réunion, donc l'enfant n'arrivait que dans 6 mois. Et la réunion s'est terminée vers 19h et j'ai dû partir le dernier vers 19h45. Et je me souviens qu'à l'occasion de cette réunion, donc l'enfant n'arrivait que dans 6 mois. Et la réunion s'est terminée vers 19h et j'ai dû partir le dernier vers 19h45.
So I'm guessing you can catch about 30% of these words. Let's listen again.
Et je me souviens qu'à l'occasion de cette réunion, donc l'enfant n'arrivait que dans 6 mois. Et la réunion s'est terminée vers 19h et j'ai dû partir le dernier vers 19h45.
Okay, so at the very beginning, I think you're going to hear, basically you're hearing probably some noise and then souviens que,
Bien que, bien que, bien que,
because that's loud. But what you want to do is be able to catch this je me souviens. You need to hear how that sounds.
et je me souviens que, et je me souviens que,
Et je me souviens que. So this may not be clear to you right now, but it's a type of thing that's going to become clear pretty quickly if you continue to listen.
et je me souviens que,
Okay, je me souviens que à l'occasion de cette réunion, let's listen to that. Goes to about here.
à l'occasion de cette réunion, à l'occasion de cette réunion, à l'occasion de cette réunion, à l'occasion de cette réunion,
That's probably a little bit easier for you to hear. À l'occasion de cette, I think. À l'occasion de cette probably goes to here.
à l'occasion de cette, à l'occasion de cette, à l'occasion de cette, à l'occasion de cette,
And then réunion.
à l'occasion de cette réunion, à l'occasion de cette réunion,
Okay, and then we go on. I've marked this up a little bit, so it's a little bit easier for me to find the spots in here. L'enfant, I think we go to here.
donc l'enfant,
He stutters a little bit and says l'enfant.
donc l'enfant, donc l'enfant, donc l'enfant,
All right, so this is the F of l'enfant right here. So this l'enfant is probably here.
l'enfant, l'enfant,
Okay, all right. N'arriver que dans 6 mois.
on arrivait que dans 6 mois, on arrivait que dans 6 mois,
And now to hear the que, this is difficult to hear, but what he's actually doing is he's saying n'arriver que dans, n'arriver que dans, que dans, que dans, que dans, que dans, n'arriver que dans, n'arriver que dans. He doesn't say n'arriver que dans. He says what I might call the minimum comprehensible sound, the minimum sound that a native listener would need to hear to know what he's saying. So he doesn't pronounce everything slowly and clearly. For us, he's pronouncing it for another native listener. So he's saying n'arrive que dans, n'arrive que dans, n'arrive que dans, n'arrive que dans. So let's focus in on that. See if I can help you hear that a little bit better.
on arrivait que dans 6 mois, on arrivait que dans 6 mois, on arrivait que dans 6 mois,
All right, so let me see if I can put that all on the screen. We got n'arriver. If we hear this is n'arriver,
on arrivait, on arrivait, on arrivait, on arrivait,
n'arriver,
on arrivait
n'arriver. And this is the don over here, probably starts about here.
dans 6 mois, dans 6 mois,
Dans 6 mois, dans 6 mois.
dans 6 mois,
And the que, what helps us hear the que is something going on in here. It's a little slight movement. Dans, dans, dans.
on arrivait que dans 6 mois, on arrivait que dans 6 mois,
N'arriver que dans 6 mois, n'arriver que dans 6 mois. It's not n'arriver dans 6 mois. Let's if I say both without and with, maybe you'll hear the difference. If I first say first without the que and then with the que, n'arriver dans 6 mois, n'arriver que dans 6 mois, n'arriver dans 6 mois, n'arriver que dans 6 mois, n'arriver dans 6 mois, n'arriver que dans 6 mois. Another thing that helps a native listener hear it is that n'arriver dans 6 mois doesn't make any sense. So even if the native speaker didn't hear the que, the native speaker might even think he heard the que, but the que needs to be there, and it's there, and you need to trust me that it's there, and that you'll continue, that you'll hear this as you go on in the coming weeks and the coming months. You can't hear 100% of the words today as an intermediate listener, or someone who's even maybe almost fluent in speaking, but who hasn't done a lot of listening yet. You can't expect to hear all these words today. You won't, but you will hear them, trust me, in the coming weeks and the coming months as you continue to listen to spoken French. The important thing is that you listen to real spoken French, not You can listen to transcripts and things made up for learners, but that's not going to help you with the spoken French. Okay, so this is a long
Et, et, la, ré- et la réunion,
all right, la réunion, c'est terminé.
c'est terminé, c'est terminé, c'est terminé, c'est terminé.
Okay, another thing that's going to help you understand c'est terminé is that you're familiar with this verb. You know that it's se terminer in the past tense. So a little bit of grammar that you have to be familiar with. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't catch it if you weren't familiar with this, with the grammar there. Okay, c'est terminé. Vers 19 heures,
Vers 19h,
and he's already seen the A there.
vers 19h, vers 19h,
Vers 19 heures et
vers 19h, vers 19h, vers 19h, vers 19h.
okay, let's go back to the beginning. I always like to, when I'm working on a sound, I like to go back to the beginning now. Was it to here we were? And listen and see if I can re-listen to some of the things that were difficult before. How much can I hear now? Let's listen.
Et je me souviens qu'à l'occasion de cette réunion, donc l'enfant n'arrivait que dans 6 mois, et la réunion s'est terminée vers 19h. Et je me souviens qu'à l'occasion de cette réunion, donc l'enfant n'arrivait que dans 6 mois, et la réunion s'est terminée vers 19h. Et je me souviens qu'à l'occasion de cette réunion, donc l'enfant n'arrivait que dans 6 mois, et la réunion s'est terminée vers 19h. Et je me souviens qu'à l'occasion de cette réunion, donc l'enfant n'arrivait que dans 6 mois, et la réunion s'est terminée vers 19h.
Okay, so you may find that what happens to me is now happening to you. As you listen again and again, the sounds become more and more clear. So let's listen. Heck, let's listen all the way to the end. It's going to be a big chunk. Oops.
Et j'ai dû repartir le dernier vers 19h45. Et j'ai dû repartir le dernier vers 19h45.
Okay, so j'ai dû partir. There's a little bit of pause there.
J'ai dû, re- j'ai dû, re- j'ai dû re-
J'ai dû partir. Le dernier.
partir le dernier, partir le dernier, partir le dernier,
So this is the le.
le-
Partir le dernier.
partir le dernier, partir le dernier, partir le dernier.
All right. Vers 19.
Vers 19, vers 19,
Vers 19. And you notice that when he says 19, he's pronouncing the F as a V. 19 heures.
vers 19,
19 heures. Let's listen
vers
to that.
19h, vers 19h,
So you hear that he's making a V sound.
vers 19h,
19h40, 5.
45, 45, 45, 45.
Okay, and then he makes a little sound after the k of 5.
Euh,
Okay, so now maybe let's listen to the whole thing again. And I'll play it 2 or 3 times here, and then I'll show you how you would do this on the website and how you get more of these free little samples like this where you can learn little by little how to improve yours. So let's listen to this 3 times and I'll show you the website and how that works so that you can do this on your own for free.
Et je me souviens qu'à l'occasion de cette réunion, donc l'enfant n'arrivait que dans 6 mois, et la réunion s'est terminée vers 19h, et j'ai dû repartir le dernier vers 19h45. Et je me souviens qu'à l'occasion de cette réunion, donc l'enfant n'arrivait que dans 6 mois, et la réunion s'est terminée vers 19h, et j'ai dû repartir le dernier vers 19h45.
Okay. There you could make a case that he's saying j'ai dû repartir. J'ai dû repartir. Let me see that again.
Dû repartir.
He could be saying j'ai dû repartir. We are very careful about these transcripts and we have native listeners listen to them over and over to make sure we have every single word just right. So I don't know. Could be repartir. Okay, so now I'll show you this on the website. Let's go to the website here. So what I would do, and you'll have the link in the description under the video, but what I do is I always show the answer. What I do is I look at the transcript first to make sure of what I'm about to read. I get ready to listen. So I look at the words, make sure I understand what they mean in English so I don't have to worry about that while I'm listening. And then I listen for the words in the transcript. This is not about testing yourself to see how much you can understand without looking at the transcript. This is really about learning what the words sound like. So you want a transcript, you want a translation. And then you'll see that when I first start, um, I'll show this.
Et je me souviens qu'à l'occasion de cette réunion,
Let me, okay. Oh,
et
when I
je me
first
souviens
start,
qu'à l'occasion de cette réunion, donc l'enfant n'arrivait que dans 6 et je me souviens qu'à l'occasion de cette réunion, donc l'enfant n'arrivait et je me souviens qu'à l'occasion de cette réunion, donc l'enfant n'arrivait et je me souviens qu'à l'occasion de cette réunion, donc l'enfant n'arrivait que dans 6 mois. Et je
so what you want to do is you want to have the sound bars, the loop bars, to where the loop is small so you can concentrate on just a little bit. And then you move the loop a little bit longer and then you move it a little bit more so that you're listening to almost all of the recording. And then you move it all the way out to the end so you can listen to the whole thing. And what's nice is a loop will just continue to play in a loop so that you don't have to click at things. You can listen over and over again until you hear most of the words. Now, I wouldn't listen until I hear 100% of the words. I listen until I can hear about 80% of the words and then move on by clicking on this another hear every word exercise. What we do when we're listening like this is we don't try to get to 100% comprehension because that's not going to happen. It might be that your ears are not yet ready for some of the words. You'll hear those words later. So what you want to do is listen to 80% and then move on. So I work paragraph by paragraph. I don't actually listen to just little bits like this. I work on a whole interview of 8 to 12 minutes. And that's because I have access to the full interviews because I'm the owner of the site. So I get to listen to the full interviews for free. You can do so for $8.99 a month. But when you have the full interview, what you want to do is work paragraph by paragraph. Just listen to one paragraph, then listen to paragraph 1 and 2, then listen to paragraph 1, 2, and 3. And when you're up to 80% of the words that you can hear in paragraph 3, you add paragraph 4, and pretty soon you're listening to quite a bit of sound and you can understand all those words, and you're getting to where you can get the final few words in the first paragraph as you listen again and again to the whole recording. This is how you get to where you can understand everything. So I hope you enjoyed that, and that's it. Have a nice day.